Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do our Taurus reading for June 2021. I'll tell you why I chose Taurus to do right now is because I've had in the last couple days quite a few emails asking for Taurus's reading, and it's common that I get a reading or email like that here or there, but quite a few tells me that for some reason Taurus reading needs done. So this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you were intuitively guided to the channel, sometimes you don't even know what you're doing here. Trust your intuition, right? It led you here for a reason. You could certainly be in love with a Taurus. Remember that your guides know that. They know it all. So they're going to reach you wherever they can. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bring this lid down a little bit. Okay. Wow, that didn't take long. We have quiet. Quiet. It's interesting that this came out because right before I did your reading, I was just sitting here at my desk, and like right in front of me is my window, and there's just beautiful trees, nature, and I'm seeing it like from the treetops. And I just sat there and I was just quieted and I was just listening to nature. So it's interesting this is the first card that came out. I just feel like I am in tune with you. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Tarot of Dreams. This card's already pre-shuffled. I just like to shuffle them when I have you here with me. We have the Palace of Wands. Palace speaks of like your atmosphere that you're in, can be with your home environment. Is like, wands with the Two of Pentacles. I'm not going to read these upside down or in reverse today. I just don't feel like they're meant to today. Anyway, so Palace of Wands can talk about something you're creating out of your own home, something of your own passion. It could certainly talk about relationships. It's in the upright, but, I feel like I have to mention, on the other side of that can be anger, can be irritation, can be jealousy. I'm sorry. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant, called Faith, in this deck, because that's what it's about. It is about your faith. I like the Page of Pentacles next to the Hierophant like that. The Hierophant is also the card of Taurus, by the way. But the Page of Pentacles is one who's seeking knowledge, right? To build my foundation, to build my earthly world. Doesn't always have to be material world, just maybe even just understanding my place here, right? So, I feel like if this is you seeking your faith in any way, ye shall find it. It's like quiet the mind and then listen. You may have been praying, but you're not taking that moment to find that peace within so you can maybe receive your answers. Well, I'm holding the Tower in my hand, coming under the Palace of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone may have found that someone they cared for, may have been unfaithful. Because I feel like you find something out. Now listen, I'm not predicting the future. This is something that would have already happened, okay? So I want to make that very clear. I'm not predicting the future. This could be what the energy you're in right now, but you would know that. My guides don't boom, say, oh, by the way, so-and-so's cheating, Anyway, but I have to say, in the same breath, I do feel like someone may be learning of, if nothing else, someone who is, maybe not, I don't know. I just feel like, it's like their head's not in the game. Because I feel like the Tower is created. And listen, you may be thinking about this, right? Because we do have the Two of Pentacles. And it's saying, keep your faith, right? If this is your situation, keep your faith that all will be okay. And, coming through the number 5 also, and your major arcana, and quiet, I feel. This may, you may be asking yourself, should you start a new path? And I feel like, you'll receive the answers. But I do feel this other part of maybe someone who at least doesn't feel faithful. And sometimes that's good enough, right? If I gotta feel like I never can trust, then, All right, we have the Three of Wands. We have Justice. Well. All right, so some of you, this is a divorce. And it's showing us the path to it. But I feel like then it's going to show us the path beyond it. But the path to it, I do feel like, the Tower can be a divorce. Listen, whether someone asked for a divorce or you're asking them for a divorce, I feel like there's just cause here. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's just cause. And interesting how I was reading the Palace of Wands, which is normally passionate and action forward type energy, but then I was feeling the polar opposite of it, and the Tower kind of, I guess, is why it took me there. So, cutting ties. Cutting ties. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, through the Eight of Pentacles, through your faith, through if you stay within your faith, I feel like you will see that even though what I've experienced clearly has been rough, This is about understanding that, it in no way means your life is over. Your experiences are over. That experience may be over, but there's more on the horizon for you. Um, right? There's more blessings coming in, and sometimes, ties have to be cut. So I feel like this Eight of Pentacles is almost you reinventing yourself. Um, sometimes through the tragedy, or sometimes through the struggle, what happens is I truly find myself. Like I find this piece of myself that I follow. I allow myself to follow, um, because it feels natural within you. And then from that energy, truly, in the Eight of Pentacles, it's like wherever you put your focus here, this is what you're going to grow. And the Eight is about a new beginning. This Eight of Pentacles is about being willing to begin something as the apprentice. Clearly, with the Page of Pentacles here, what it is you want to learn, you will not only learn, but you will really comprehend it. Okay, well, I like this. We have the Nine of Cups. So, I don't like what I've seen before, but honestly, I feel like, at this point, it's ran its time, right? Because it's almost like whether someone is being unfaithful or not, it doesn't even matter because I just feel it, right? And feeling it can be enough. Now, this could certainly be reversed. You may be here, and it may be you who finds someone. You happen to be married and you find someone. Each has a right to live their life the way they want to. And I know, it's like, but we have a sense of responsibility, right? And that is true. But ultimately, I feel like your guides are saying, in no way is your life over. Just this experience is over. So, no matter what, no matter what side of the fence you're on here, I feel like the Nine of Cups tells me that perhaps this split was the right thing, at least for now. Because the Nine of Cups is about self-fulfillment. And not in an ego way, but, feeling emotional fulfillment right where I am. It can be independent energy, and it probably is. It talks about loving oneself before I give myself away. Some of you, this is creating out of your house and loving what it is that you do. And again, this may be something you were guided towards, and what you have to do is focus on it. You focus on it, and it's going to grow. And I feel like not just that, it creates joy. All right, well, we have the Six of Wands, so we have victory. So, after all that, we have victory. What else we have with it? We have the Knight of Swords. The Six of Wands is a period where many are looking up to you, to, what you have to say. Others are, you're attracting like-minded energy, but this is sometimes where it's you who stands out. It can be you who leads for the moment, and it can be based on experiences. I often feel we're taking our experiences, especially in the last maybe 10 years, and we're expressing them through different ways, through art, through tarot, through just, we're expressing it in a different way, and we are open about our experiences and what we've gone through much more than any other generation, right? You think back to the 50s, I don't know. you know, um, whatever was happening behind your closed doors stayed there, right? No longer the case. Anyway, so, and why I'm saying all this, because the Knight of Swords can talk about, the art of communication. It can be communication, something, this is something that gives you the claim of victory. But it seems like the Nine of Cups in the Eight of Pentacles come first, right? So let's say this is the cutting of ties. By the way, this is also a card of Libra. But let's say it's cutting of ties. Because here's the Tower, right? Here it is. So it's the cutting of ties. I feel like what this is saying, no matter what has happened here, this is about reinventing yourself. Kind of getting lost in your pentacles, in your craft, in your gifts, in trying new things. Some things you'll be pulled to. If you're not pulled to it, then like, okay, it's like I've tried to learn like astronomy over and over again, but it's just like ugh. And but numerology, it's just like I want to know more and more and more. You know what I mean? So it's that type of thing. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So the Eight of Wands could be chaotic energy because it's moving quickly. This could be something that's happened quickly. It's interesting because quiet, right? I go into peaceful silence and I listen, but yet it's sitting next to two very action-forward energies. It's interesting. I wanted to use this deck also. This is a deck made by one of our soul sisters, Dominique. It's called the Eclipse Tarot. There's no the. And she just wanted me to try them out. She gifted them to us, I feel like. So I want to take just a couple because, I'm going to treat them like an oracle. And we're going to take it right with Mother Mary. Look at that, Dark Night. Wow. Feeling of emptiness, spiritual desolation or separation from the divine, spiritual depression, Dark Night of the soul. Take one more with that. Listen, I feel like this darkness that I'm seeing is the energy of where I was, whether I want to face it or not. We have gathering, socializing, meetups, celebrations, reunions, get-togethers. This may be showing you a way out, right? Don't isolate yourself if this is, if you're trying to recover from, let's say, a breakup, no matter how it happened. It's not really about how it happened. What it's talking about is moving beyond it. Right? Moving beyond it. So definitely, and why? Because first of all, that darkness is here, right? Also, the Tower is here. Also, I did feel the feeling of, I feel like there's someone I can't trust. But I feel like maybe I don't have proof. And I think to myself, well, just feeling it is bad enough, right? Living it. And I have lived that life. That was my only marriage, but it was when I was young. So I understand this, right? And sometimes when you are out of it, down the road, you look back, I'm telling you, and you think, why did I stay so long? right? Why did I stay so long? And I want to say also that I feel like for those of you who are going through something like this, I do feel like there's like a road, like two roads actually, like a crossroads opening up, two different paths that you can take. One path may just, you know, be the same as right now. You know, I don't want any change. I want to continue down the path I'm on. Therefore, you probably do. But I feel like the other path is more about you and probably like the discovery of you, right? Because I feel like you're searching for that. And I mean, here is the Hierophant, right? This is your belief system. This tells you to believe. This, you know, I feel like the message coming from it from the Hierophant is Three of Wands, and that is your way of looking at life, your life. And it's saying that, you know, again, there's, you know, a blessing that will come in. It will come in. You know, in Six of Wands down here, I feel like here you are claiming it, right? Victory. This bottom line, even though I have justice, you know, justice is really about making you whole again. So even if there's pain, even if there's a tower, ultimately it's going to make you whole again. But in the same breath, this is you also allowing yourself to find that focus on something, because I feel like you're being guided. But will you listen? I hope so. You know, and maybe both parties here ultimately are starting new lives, right? They're just may probably are not together. We can sit there and worry about their life, the life they're going to beginning, starting, right? You know, and I feel like, listen, if this is something like, when I mean dirty, I mean like just underhanded kind of shit. You know, like own your shit, right? Like if you want to, this is what I remember saying this to my husband. Like one day, I said, I don't even know why you asked me to marry you, like because he started cheating right away. But I remember saying that to him, like, why did you even, like, why did you ask me to marry you? Because, you know, you took away those years from me. And it was hard. I mean, it was hard. But, you know, I stayed for 8 years at the same time, right? I stayed, even though, like, mentally, I feel like I stayed strong. Physically, like, anyway. And I feel like, listen, at the end of the day, we don't want to be with anyone who doesn't want to be with us, right? If you don't want to be with me, then that's okay. That's cool. Let's go our own ways. Let's find, because again, it's like your experiences are not over. Um, but I feel like I've got to move on from that. Anyway, so we have the Page of Pentacles. It's interesting. I feel like some of you may be even taking classes, Bible classes, classes about spirituality. I'm saying classes. I just feel that type of energy too. We have the Hangman coming over the Two of Pentacles. So, you know, The hangman is a pause in action. There's no movement. But the hangman is seeking awareness of their next step. And I feel like that's what the Mother Mary card is saying to this hangman, right? This wisdom that you're seeking about your next step. You'll hear, you'll understand it, you'll know it when you find a way, even in chaotic energy. And I also feel like, as I receive these answers, though, I've got to put action in, right? Like, I'm seeking awareness, and then, I hear, leave, but then my humanist is like, I gotta find a place to live. I mean, you know what I mean? Anyways, we have the Four of Wands. That's a marriage card. If you are asking for an answer, you are receiving the answer. I'm just wondering if, I feel like you got to accept it too, right? Then we have the Strength card. Card of Leo. This has been coming out a lot lately. And this is the ability to overcome, right? To overcome. This is about the spirit warrior type energy. Like my soul would say, there's no way anything's going to get in my way, right? I will find a way. I will go through mountains if I have to. But my humanness, can certainly hinder that. So I feel like this is finding that balance, and remembering that side of yourself. This is also realization of yourself. How I was talking earlier, like I stayed in a relationship for 8 years, though it started to fall apart at the seams right from the get-go. I just feel like it's the healing over of this marriage, this one-time commitment. Is this something that maybe somebody wants to come back? I don't know. And I'm saying that because I'm not sure how it could be serving you. Because I feel like, really, when I look at your reading, this is about what is yet to exist, right? What you have maybe just begun or will begin to create that, in a way, like you have no idea how far it can go and the joy it can bring, right? But it's the allowance of myself to take my focus off of this, the Taurus, and put my focus back on self. Allow myself new beginnings when new beginnings are needed, right? Reinvent myself. Like, it's almost like in the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like, be careful and don't play the victim, because in this energy, you are creating, you have the opportunity to create from true joy. And what you create brings you joy. And, the Six of Wands, I often feel is like a very charming type energy. And this, for some of you, this can turn into some form of communication. So it's almost like I'm showing you a blessing in reverse. Okay. Let's keep going. I feel like someone is playing with my hair on the top of my head. We have, look at this, the Seven of Swords coming over that tower. Wow. So, that's some painful energy. And this may be why a lot of you have been reaching out. This Seven of Swords talks about untrustworthy energy that's around me. Now, it can be me. Um, you know, Sometimes I feel like if we look at this energy, like we take him from this person from a child, I almost feel like, what they become is what they were taught, is how they were taught. Or, you know, um, many not even know that they were teaching him, just what he absorbed, or she, and become. So I'm saying that because I feel like this person, this is not someone that we can come in and change. This is someone who needs to go within, and find their own spirituality. It's there for them just like for you, but it's got to go further, right? I don't know why I keep coughing. We have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So, the Tower comes. The energy, again, is in untrustworthy territories. This person has to find their own spiritual. This is about spiritual completeness in a seven. And sometimes I have to tell you, sometimes sometimes towers need to fall because this is where some hard lessons are learned because of these towers and the perhaps destruction they can cause. Sometimes from that energy, someone is reached and someone is helped and someone changes and that type of thing. So, it's always there. So, anyways, we have this King of Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you may be waiting for some, like a settlement. Waiting for some type of financial help for yourself. I feel like in the same time, start to focus that way if that's the way you want to go. Look at this. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Ace of Wands. Wow. So, let's look at this in a different way. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles as guardian angel energy. That's what it is. It's a slow-moving energy. It's a trustworthy energy. It knows that the time is needed to reach you, my destination, right? But this is energy that you can trust on. Some of you, this is your own type of knowledge. Because I feel like, whatever it is that you need to move yourself into, like to kind of recreate yourself, it's going to be given to you. And then you look at the Ace of Cups following that. So that's kind of interesting because I feel like, first of all, the tower is here. The tower, boom, there's our door. Right, so anything beyond that is talking about what the potential of what's coming and then the energies of it, right? So the Knight of Pentacles, again, moving, I don't know how to say it, like moving slowly, moving thoughtfully, but coming towards you. Also, the pentacle that the Knight brings in is something that is that enhances your physical world. It enhances you in this physical world. Well, it also carries the Ace of Cups with that. So I kind of love that. And then next to that is the Ace of Wands. So I feel like this is also a lesson in learning to trust yourself, right? Trust yourself in those, go into those quiet moments. Because in the Ace of Wands, I feel like it's almost like you're receiving. Allow yourself to receive, right? The Knight of Wands, I feel like, if this is about love that's coming toward you, it is slow moving. It can be something of a slow relationship, even. That can happen with Earth, too, right? Earth is not the fastest moving in a relationship. Okay, well, let's see what comes under it. So it's pretty clear of the energy that was. Some of you still is, and you're seeking that awareness. Here it is. Don't look at it as the end of your life. And I laugh just because I've been through so many things in my own life, knowing that you always recover. At the moment of the tower, you never think you're going to, but you always do. Sometimes it takes longer than other times. Sometimes it's us reinventing ourselves. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Four of Cups. I feel like some of you have been really thinking about something, something that you can do, that you can create. Whether it be with your hands or whether it be in a business, whatever it be. I feel like you're moving more and more and more in that type of energy. Like it's like the universe is pushing you more and more and more. Maybe into like business ownership, but it feels like of your dreams, of your dreams. But I feel at the same time, I feel a little non-action, right? Non-action. Like I'm looking over to Three of Wands, which is action, which is looking optimistically out at my future, which is knowing that I'm co-creating and I'm doing it in through my passionate self, right? Allowing myself to be recreated. It seems to come of like your dreams anyway. And some of you, you move into it, and some of you, it's like you dream about it. Maybe you don't know like how to get there yet, but I feel like, boom, back to the beginning. I do feel like for some of you, it's like you know, um, you've thrown your hat in the ring. No, wait, is that the right thing I want to say? Almost like I've given up, I've surrendered, and not what you're meant to do. But you have free will. So, again, something else is also pulling you, and I think it's whether you decide to listen or not. We have the Queen of Wands. Well, she's our Queen of Action. It's interesting how she's like sitting above everything, right? She's sitting above it. So, it's like anything below it really hasn't affected her. It's like she's created her own kind of paradise here. And connected, very spiritually connected there. And look at this, the Four of Swords. This is healing. This is healing over the tower, over the heart. This is allowing oneself to have that quiet moment. It's interesting because I feel the connection, like how you can connect on, and I feel like in the Hangman when I'm kind of seeking awareness, but maybe I'm not moving in it. This is a call to listen and then try to follow it, because again, I feel like I look at it and dream it, But and maybe the past influence, like the past is still influencing your future, and it kind of shouldn't. Like there, it just doesn't belong there. And I feel as far as like sometimes I think that's the person. I mean, I remember thinking that with my first husband, and oh my God, I mean, I'm just telling you, like you know, what I thought was love was not love. But you tell my young mind that it was like, no, I'm in love. I'm in love. Well, now I know what love is, right? Um, so I don't know why I'm telling you that other than you want to be careful not to let influences that just they have their own lessons, and don't feel responsible to having to accept that, right? You're being guided. I feel that you're being guided, and potentially an Ace of Cups love probably better than well. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. And next to it, the Ace of Wands, right? This is truly being connected. I can feel that through the Queen, feeling very connected in the Nine of Cups energy. So sometimes it's better off not to have anyone but you, knowing that it'll come in its time, right? Nine of Pentacles is almost like a promise, a guarantee. And it's connected to the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands, or in the Ace of Wands. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I kind of feel like, did I answer the question? And I guess I have to put it back on you, right? Because whatever awareness you seek, you'll find it. And just be honest. If it's not good for you, don't look at like life is over. Think about all that can be, and that's what your guides want you to know. Like, like I'm sure our guides sometimes are like, "Jeez, I mean, they're just crazy." The things they do, like, jeez. But those are our lessons to learn, right? So, anyways, let's go ahead and read quiet. Let me grab a drink real quick. The answers you seek can be heard within the stillness. This card counsels you to create some quiet alone time so that you can hear the truth. You will recognize it as such by the way that your body resonates with it. You may have a reaction of angel bumps on your skin, or a feeling that everything clicks into place. Sit quietly with your eyes closed and breathe deeply. Put your entire focus upon the sound of your heartbeat and breath, and notice them slowing. Then, ask questions and listen to the answers that come to you as thoughts, feelings, and visions. Request that heaven send you signs to validate that you accurately heard these messages from above. Take action where guided. Wow, I feel like that's direct. That's a direct message to you. Like a direct message to you. Sometimes you feel so all alone, and this just shows you that you're never really alone. You have this whole spiritual love around you that, I know it's hard to connect to, but it's still there. It doesn't make it not be. Just because you can't feel it doesn't mean it's not there, because it's always there to connect to. Some of you with your faith, keep your faith, keep your faith in yourself, your ideas, take action. Some of you are using the wisdom ultimately there is to gain from these type towers, and who knows what you, maybe in some way you then bring it back to the world. But I feel like this is saying, if you allow yourself, this is really feeling like what I'm doing just brings me such joy. And good luck, something bad coming to me, someone bad, like in the Seven of Swords. When I'm in this type of energy, where I'm feeling like fulfilled within, and someone comes to me who, is still in like dark energy, and because that's what they choose. Um, Let me tell you, if you trust what you're feeling, it's like you will feel that it doesn't belong, and therefore it's almost like it's hard for that energy to try to almost raise itself to you, right? I hope that makes sense. So, and that's how you trust that you can begin again, you can recreate, you can love again, right? It doesn't have to be the same experience. To stay aware, and there's so much guidance for you in every area of your life. So, I think I'm going to leave it there. Um, Sometimes, sometimes we've got to go through the dark, but in no way are we meant to stay there. So, anyway, I love you guys. I hope this makes sense to you. Let me know in your comments. Certain readings, like, I really want to hear your comments because I feel like this is very. Some of you are like really gonna get it, and you know, I just like to know. That's okay if you want to. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna cut it there. I will see you in the readings. Bye bye.